Hey guys, it's me, Marty. So it has been a little while since I have made a video. I have been, well, I could say I was busy, but that would be a lie. More or less just haven't been inspired to make something, and like I said, I don't want to just put something up for the sake of putting something up. So I'm like, even though my goal is to do something every day, if I could think of something every single day, I'm going to make something every single day. If I have to take like 3 or 4 days break to make sure that what I'm putting up is something good, I'm going to put up something good. Anyway, that's enough explanation. Let's get on with my thing for today. One of my friends has sent me this, and they said it was a good idea, and I think it's really cool. It's a throwback tag. It's basically just like questions to talk about your old past things. So I figured, hey, let's go ahead and do that. So let's start. Question number 1. What year were you born in? Well, I was born in 1992. That's right, I am a 90s baby. Yeah, right at the beginning of the 90s. That makes me really old, the fact that it has been so long since 92 has happened, or even since the 90s have happened. It's been 15 years since the 90s. It's a long time. Question number 2. Do you have any pictures of your younger self? I actually do. I'll go ahead and I'll put some somewhere beside me. Besides that, I also did a video when I did my transition video for the past year, but that also has videos from when I was like a little baby, or pictures from when I was a little baby, all the way up until the time when that video was made. So if you want to see even more old pictures of me, go ahead and check that out, because I have pictures from back when I was an infant newborn, all the way in between like when I was a teen, and there's some really awkward looking pictures, and it's quite interesting. So if you want to check that, I'll go ahead and I will put that in the card section and also annotate it. What TV shows did I grow up watching? Well, I grew up watching a few of them. It took me a while to get into some. Obviously, Rugrats. I think everybody grew up watching the Rugrats. Cat Dog was one of them. Once I got a little older, I started watching stuff like Lizzie McGuire, Even Stevens, That's So Raven, Hannah Montana, oh my, yeah, I love Hannah Montana. I still watch Hannah Montana on Netflix every once in a while because it's one of my favorite shows. But, I mean, there has varied greatly. I used to, when I was really young, used to grow up, obviously, I still grow up, but I used to watch the soaps with my mother during the day because I don't know why, I always found them interesting. I enjoyed the story. I know, I was a very strange child. Number 4, what did I want to be when I grew up? And do I still want to do that? That's kind of hard because yes, but no. Like, what I wanted to be when I grew up was, well, I mean, one of them was a musician, and then there was a whole bunch of other ones. I actually just did a video on dreams that I've had throughout my life, and I'll go ahead and I'll annotate that too in case you guys missed that. And I mean, a lot of my dreams all ended up going along with wanting to entertain people, to help people, to make them smile. So I guess I kind of still am holding on to that dream. The way that I am achieving it is different, but I am still getting to that point. I'm still doing something that helps that. I mean, this is my current dream, and that falls under my category of entertaining people, making them smile, making them happy, maybe even helping people, and that's pretty cool. What is the most embarrassing thing you can remember doing? Now, this was, it was embarrassing at the time. Now, I mean, I think most things that are embarrassing at the time, once you look back on them, it's funny. But the most embarrassing thing I can remember is I was at a Bible school, and they were all sitting around talking, and I was trying to, be buddy-buddy with the girls, and, they didn't want that because I was a boy. And I remember one of the girls making a comment about how she's a tomboy, and I was like, oh, well, if that's the case, then I'm a tom girl, and apparently that's not something you announce when you are, like, 10 years old to a group of children in a Bible school, because that did not go over well. They all started laughing, and I don't think I went back the rest of the time. I was like, nope, I am done for now, but it was just an interesting time because it was like 3 songs you used to listen to as a child. These are actually going to be very odd because they are like oldie songs. They aren't like little kids songs, but these are the songs that I can remember from back then. One would be Knock 3 Times on the Ceiling. I don't know. I think it's Knock 3 Times, but it's an older song, like knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Yeah, I don't quite remember who sang it. Another song would be Too Much Time on My Hand by Styx. I do remember who sang that one. And then I Think I Love You by the Partridge Family. Those were some of them. I mean, I had a few, but those ones are ones that jump out in my head, like, right away. I don't know why, but they instantly are like, hey, you used to listen to these, do you remember them? And they always bring back, like, I always listened to, we had a tape deck down in our laundry room, and the tape was, like, songs from, like, the 70s, and it had, like, Knock 3 Times, I Think I Love You, Torn Between Two Lovers, and a few other songs like that, and I used to listen to it whenever I would, do the laundry. I'd typically waste my time and spend the entire time, so I'd at least listen to one side of the tape before I had to go back upstairs. What was one funny thing that you dressed up as Halloween when you were younger? I didn't really trick-or-treat much when I was younger. Growing up in a Christian household, my mother was kind of against it. She wasn't at first, but then she became against it, but then she became a little okay with it, but not really. It was really confusing, but when I was really, really young, she took me out, and she dressed me up as a block. And I still remember, it was a very uncomfortable costume. It was basically like a big TV box that she painted to be like a building block, you know, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3 on the sides of it, and then cut out armholes and leg holes, and it was just like my arms were constantly stuck out like this the whole time, and it was like sitting like right here on my neck, and it was not a fun experience. I think if I remember correctly, the night ended early just because of the fact that it was very uncomfortable for me at the time. And another one that she dressed me up when I was really, really young is she had a penguin costume that she pretty much dressed all of us kids up in, because my mom's favorite animal is penguins, and she was like, I must dress up all the children as penguins, so she dressed me up as a penguin, and I think if I remember correctly, she actually dressed herself up as a penguin, so that was an interesting thing. I don't remember it. I don't even know if there's pictures from it, but my mother has told me about it, and I've seen the costume. And I think I used to wear her costume that she wore when she took me out, like her adult-sized penguin costume once or twice for, I think, just the fun of it, to be honest. Are there any special things that you kept from when you were a child? I have a few things. I think they're all kind of packed away, but I do have this one that is actually sitting on my bed, which is a teddy bear that I guess my mother told me that my great-grandmother, I think, made for me. I think it was made out of like an old coat, and it's just really cute. It's really, really fluffy, and like the feet have fallen off and the fluffing is coming out, which just makes me sad, but it's really cool that, you know, it's like this, the arms actually have like a hinge on them so they can move around, and the legs can, so that's really cool. I remember my mother used to just have it hanging up on my wall, I think, just to take care of it. And then when I moved back home here just now, she was like, hey, we found this one moving. Do you want this in your room? It's yours. I was like, sure, why not? And I keep it on my bed along with the teddy bears that Katie's given me to keep with me in my bed for memories of her and to cuddle with when I miss her. Yes, I know, I'm still a little child. What's the scariest thing you remember happening when you were a child? Well, there was a few. There was like a few house fire scares where like the neighbors ended up having like something wrong with their furnace and they thought it was on fire, but it really wasn't. But I think the thing that scared me the most when I was a child, and I think most people who grew up when this happened, was probably when 9/11 happened. I remember just like, I understood to a point, like I understood what happened, and like as far as I was concerned, they were just like out to get all of us in America. So I just thought that something was gonna happen to us, that one day something was gonna happen, and it would, I was like, for weeks I remember going and, talking to my mom to ask her if everything was gonna be okay and all this other stuff, because I remember that was something that just genuinely freaked me out and had me so worried. And I mean, I've gotten over that for the most part. Since then, I flew in a plane and stuff like that. I rode in a plane. I didn't fly a plane. That would be really weird. But yeah, I think at this point I have gotten over it for the most part. And last but not least, how is the world different now than what it was when you were a child? And so much. There was so many difference. Like, I remember, like, I'm sitting with my laptop on my lap right now, and it's like, that was not a thing. There were no such things as laptops. Well, maybe there was then, but they weren't as popular or, easy to get because they were really expensive. I remember when my mom got her first laptop, it was like a huge, huge deal, and it was like this thick, and it was like, holy cow. And like, so technology has changed. Like, I wouldn't be able to do this with a phone. I would need a special camera, and it would take me forever just to get on the computer. YouTube wasn't even a thing when I was growing up. It didn't come out until, I don't remember when, but I know it was not around when I was really young. And like, so much has changed. High-speed internet, that was like a dream at the time. Like, dial-up was the thing. I remember we had a second phone line just so we can, have the internet and just in the morning, if my dad was asleep downstairs, connecting to the internet and hoping it didn't wake him up, you know, with the really loud to the speakers, no way to turn it down. Oh, it's just so many different things have changed, and it's just amazing to see how technology has changed, how worldview has changed, how, like, just everything in general has changed, and some of it's been for good, some of it not so much, but I'm pretty sure that's how the world has always been and will continue to be. Like, things will change, and sometimes it'll be good, sometimes it won't. I think the thing that makes it really crazy for people who grew up in my generation, I've seen it said many times, is the fact that it wasn't like a slow, gradual change with a lot of things. It was just boom, boom, boom. Like, every year now, it changes so fast and so much. And it's just crazy to think about. Anyway, that is all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys did not get... I'm not sure if you're picking up all the noise that's going on in the background, but the kittens are very, very playful now and running all over the place and making lots of noises, and they keep running into my door because it being open is not good enough for them, and it's been quite fun taking care of them. I guess that is all for now. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. Be sure to check me out on my social media in the description bar below. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. And I guess that is all. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!